Hello everyone, I am Rajlakshmi, faculty at Silver Hills Public School, Kozhikode. I am here to discuss the topic probability, which is the 15th chapter, that is the last chapter of the class 10 CBSE. Probability lesson 15. Suppose we toss a coin, what is the chance we will get a head? Or suppose we throw a die, usually we are playing Ludo, snake and ladders and all, we use die. If while we are throwing a die, what is the chance you will get a number 5 on the die? You might hear things like it may rain today, or it is highly likely our team will win the match today. In all these cases there is an uncertainty, a randomness, that is we are not sure about the result. For this we use the concept of probability. So let us see more about probability. Probability, it is the quantitative measure of certainty. It is a way of measuring the chance of an event occurring. That is, how much chance is there for an event to occur. It is measured in terms of probability. And probability is used in our daily life. Every fields we are using probability whenever we are not sure about the result. So let us see more about this concept probability. Probability, there are two types, that is, first one, experimental probability or empirical probability. That is, it is based on what has actually happened. Or the second one is a theoretical probability, and it attempts to predict what will happen without actually performing. So in this session, in this chapter, we are dealing more about theoretical probability. Now let us see different terms used in probability. First one, random experiment. Some experiment, a trial. For example, tossing a coin. If we toss a coin, we can call it as random experiment. That is, it has more than one outcome. We can call it as random experiment. Second one, outcomes. What do you mean by outcomes? While tossing a coin, the result which we are getting, that is head or tail. When you toss a coin, we know it is head or tail. So those results are called outcomes of the experiment. Third one, sample space. The set of all possible outcomes, that is, set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is called the sample space. So if you consider the example tossing a coin, we have the sample space h, t, we will put in a set notation. The next is event, that is, in a particular experiment, if we consider a special event, that is, if while tossing a coin, if we consider getting a head, what is the chance of getting a head? That is, the collection of favorable outcomes is called event. Next is impossible event. Impossible event means an event which does not occur at all when an experiment is performed. That is, if we throw a die, can we say we got the number 7 while throwing a die? No, it is not possible because there is no number 7 on the die. So it is an impossible event. Same way, sure event, that is the event which always occurs when the experiment is carried out, that is called a sure event. That is same example when we throw a die getting numbers from 1 to 6. It is sure event, we will get numbers from 1 to 6 while throwing a die. So it is called a sure event which always occurs. Next is equally likely outcomes. What do we mean by equally likely outcomes? Two or more outcomes are called equally likely if each outcome has the same chance of appearing. That is, consider while tossing a coin, getting a head or tail, both have equal chance. So tossing a coin, we can call it as equally likely outcomes for tossing a coin. The next is finding the probability. How to find the probability? The formula to find the probability. The probability of an event E, any event, okay. The probability of an event E is found by the formula number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of all possible outcomes. Whichever experiment, whichever event, we have some possible outcomes. In that, how many outcomes favorable to that event, accordingly we have to take the probability, that is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of all possible outcomes. Then this probability always lies between 0 and 1. It can't be greater than 0 or greater than 1 or less than 0. It always lies between 0 and 1. And the probability of sure even means that is actually what happens, that sure thing, that's always 1. The probability of a sure event is 1 and the probability of an impossible event, that is 0. And the sum of probabilities of all the events, always when we add the probabilities, the sum will be equal to 1. That is P for any event P of E plus P of not E, we call as P of complement E also, P of E plus P of not E equal to 1. Next is, we will consider the example. Throwing a die. All are familiar with die. We usually use dice while playing Ludo, snake and ladders, everything. Okay, dice, that is we have numbers from 1 to 6 on the die. Is it? We can see here 3, 2, 4. Still we have the other side 5, 6 and all. So numbers from 1 to 6 is there on the die. So when we see the outcomes, how many outcomes is possible when we throw a die? That is, there are 6 possible outcomes, that is represented by the sample space set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. While throwing a die, 6 possible outcomes, that is set 1 to 6. This is in the case of while throwing one die. If we throw 2 dice, 2 dice are thrown together. If one die thrown 2 times at the same time, okay, then what are the possible outcomes? That is, there are 36 possible outcomes, that is 6 square, that is 36 possible outcomes. See how it's coming. So if the first die, if it is 1, second die also 1, the outcome will be 1, 1. If the first die 2, second die 1, our outcome will be 1, 2. Like that, if we take the sample space, we have 36 possible outcomes when we throw 2 dice. Okay, that is 6 square, that is 36 possible outcomes. If we throw 3 dice, 4 dice, accordingly it will increase. That is, when n dice are thrown together, how many possible outcomes? 6 raised to n possible outcomes will be there. And in these outcomes, the outcome 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, etc. 6, 6. Such outcomes are called twins or doublets. Okay, sometimes in the question it will be asked, what is the probability of getting a doublet? So we should know what is meant by a doublet. That is, the outcomes 1, 1, 2, 2, the same number repeating. That such outcomes are called twins or doublets. So now let us consider some examples about die. Okay, consider this question. A die is thrown once. Find the probability of getting an odd number. There are 4 subdivisions: an odd number, an even number, not a factor of 36, a number greater than 4. So let us consider. First we have to see what is the sample space of this experiment. This die is thrown once. It means the sample space S equal to, which are the possible outcomes set when a die is thrown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the 6 possible outcomes, that is total possible outcomes are 6. And out of these outcomes, as per the event given, we have to find out the probability. First question is probability of getting an odd number. What is the probability of getting an odd number? So total 6 outcomes. So out of 6, how many odd numbers are there? We have to see. So we know 1 is an odd number, 3 an odd number, 5 an odd number. So total 3 odd numbers. That is, favorable outcomes is 3 outcomes, that is 1, 3 and 5. So, the probability is 3 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 2. Probability always should be expressed in the simplest form or lowest form. Okay, we should not write 3 by 6 as it is, we have to make it to the lowest form, that is 1 by 2. That the first case, that is when it is an odd number, what is the probability of getting odd number. Now, second, probability of getting a prime number. So, B part, probability of getting a prime number. What is the probability of getting a prime number when we throw a die? Okay, we have seen the sample space is 1 to 6. So, in this, which are the prime numbers we have to see? So, 1 is neither prime nor composite. We should know all types of numbers, then only we can select. 1 is neither prime nor composite. So, 1 we can take. 2 is the smallest prime number. Then 3, then 5. So, here also how many prime numbers? 1, 2, 3 prime numbers. So, our probability will be same, out of 6, 3 numbers are prime. So, 3 by 6 or it is equivalent to 1 by 2. So, probability of getting a prime number is equal to 1 by 2. Now, the third case we will see, not a factor of 36. That is C part, probability not a factor of 36. Factor of 36 means numbers which are divisible, factors. So, we will see factors. 1 is a factor of every number. So, 1 we can take. 2 is also a factor of 36 because 36 is an even number. Then 3 also factor, 12 into 3 is 36. 4 is also a factor because 9 into 4 is 36. 5 is not a factor of 36, and 6 it is also a factor of 36 because 6 into 6 36. So, our question is not a factor of 36. So, which is the only possibility here? That is 5. Only 5 is there which is not a factor of 36. So, what is the probability? Out of 6 outcomes, only one possibility is there, that is 1 out of 6. It is not a factor of 36, that is only 5 is there. So, one chance only there. So, 1 out of 6, that is probability not a factor of 36 is 1 by 6. Now, last one, probability a number greater than 4. Greater than 4 means after 4 how many numbers? That is 5, 6. There are only 2 numbers which is greater than 4. Greater than 4 means do not take 4. If it is greater than or equal to, we have to take 4, but only greater than 4 means numbers which is more than 4, that is only 5, 6, that is 2 numbers. So, probability, that is number greater than 4, it will be only 2 numbers 5 and 6, that is 2 out of 6. Same way we have to make it in the simplest form, 1 by 3. That is probability, we found number greater than 4, only 2 chances, 2 outcomes are there, 2 out of 6, that is 1 by 3. So, we found all the 4 cases when a die is thrown. Okay. Hope you have understood this. Each probability out of total outcomes, which are the favorable outcomes you have to find, and find the answer in the lowest form. Okay. Now, we will consider next example. A die is thrown twice, 2 times die is thrown. Okay. Same meaning, 2 dice are thrown. Okay. Like that also, a die is thrown twice. What is the probability that 5 will come up at least once? When we throw 2 dice, at least one time 5 should come. Okay. And the second chance is 5 will not come up either time, that is just the complement. Okay. Just the negative, 5 will not come up either time. So, we will see which are the sample space. What is the sample space when 2 dice are thrown? We have seen this is the sample space. Total 36 outcomes are there when we throw 2 dice. So, your question is 5 will come up at least once. So, when 5 comes, we can see in this row 5 is coming at least once, you can see at least once, here all 5 is coming, and same way in this column also 5 is coming down, at least once 5 is coming, here all 5 is coming. So, these are the chances where 5 is coming at least once. So, we will see out of 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 possibilities where 5 is coming. So, we will write probability 5 will come at least once. Probability 5 will come at least once. At least once, that is equal to, out of 36 outcomes we counted 11 outcomes, that is equal to 11 out of 36. This is the probability that 5 will come at least once. Out of 36 outcomes, 11 chances are there for 5 to come at least once. Now, the second part, that was the first part. Second part is probability 5 will not come up at either time, that is probability 5 will not come. This is the second case, will not come, that is I told just the opposite, is it? All these which we have marked with 5, that we have to take away. Then other things, that is out of 36 outcomes, 11 outcomes we got with 5. So, how many without 5? We have to subtract 36 minus 11. That is, we have 36 minus 11, that is out of 36, 11 outcomes we have to take away, 5 will not come, that is equal to 25 by 36. So, these are the probabilities, that is 5 will come at least once is 11 out of 36 and 5 will not come at all, it is 25 out of 36. Okay. So, we have to know the sample space properly and total outcomes how much, then we have to select which all outcomes we need, okay, the favorable outcomes. Okay. So, next thing, next same type question with dice itself. 2 dice are thrown at the same time. Okay. So, we should remember 36 possible outcomes, we know the sample space. Find the probability that sum of the two numbers appearing on the top of the dice is 8. First case, the two numbers on the top of the dice, if we add both, we should get 8. Sum means for addition. Then second case, that is sum should be 13, okay, and the third one less than or equal to 12, and the fourth one is also find the probability of getting a doublet. Doublet, while explaining about dice, I have told what is doublet. It is also called twins. Okay, hope you remember. So, we will see the sample space like this. So, which are the outcomes where the sum 8 is coming? Okay, that is we will see. We have 2, if we add both you should get the sum 8. So, if we consider with 3, 5, that is 3, 5 if we take, if we add we will get 8. Then 5, 3, 5 plus 3 also 8. Then 2, 6, 2 plus 6 equal to 8. Then reverse 6, 2. 6 plus 2 equal to 8. Then what? Then we have 4, 4, that is 4 plus 4 we have 8. Anything more? No, only this much, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities are there where the sum is 8. Okay, that is probability, first part probability sum is 8, sum is 8. How many total outcomes? That is out of 36 outcomes, there are 5 possibilities where you have the sum 8, that is 5 out of 36. That is the first case. Okay, first question which you asked is the sum is 8. So, from the sample space we have to find out which all numbers when added we will get 8. Okay, then second part, the sum is 13. Okay, just check the sample space. Maximum when you add it is 6, 6, that is 6 plus 6, 12. Will you get the sum 13 there? No, it's an impossible event, isn't it? The sum, if we add, we won't get 13 at all. Maximum what we are getting is 6 plus 6, 12. So, probability of getting a sum 13, it's an impossible event, and the probability of an impossible event we have seen it is 0. Okay, that is probability sum is 13. Probability sum 13 is an impossible event, that is probability is 0. Then third case is less than or equal to 12. Probability the sum is less than or equal to 12. That is, just see the sample space. Whichever number you add, that is 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 2, 4, whichever sample space, whichever outcomes you add, you will get the sum less than or equal to 12 itself, because maxima 6 plus 6, 12. So, probability sum less than or equal to 12 means it is a sure event, that surely it occurs. So, probability less than or equal to sum is less than or equal to 12, that is a sure event, its probability equal to 1. Okay. Before previous we got sums 13 means it is an impossible event, probability 0. This is probability sum less than or equal to 12 means it is a sure event, that is probability 1. Okay. Now, the fourth case, that is also find the probability of getting a doublet. Doublet means twins. We know it is 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6. So, how many doublets are there? 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 36, 6 doublets, that is twins. Okay. So, probability of getting a doublet, probability of getting a doublet is 6 out of 36. 6 by 36. We can't keep as it is, we have to make it to the simplest form, that is equal to 1 by 6. So, probability sum 8 5 by 36, probability sum 13 is an impossible event 0, probability sum less than or equal to 12 sure event, that is 1, and last probability of getting a doublet is 1 by 6. Now, let us consider another case. Till now we considered throwing a die. Now, we will toss a coin. Okay. While tossing a coin, what all things we will get? What are the possible results? That is head or tail. Okay, two possible outcomes when we toss a coin, that is head comma tail, that is sample space is h comma t. Then if we toss two coins together, or if one coin is tossed 2 times, which are the sample space, which are the outcomes? That is 4 sample outcomes we will get, that is sample space is h h, h t, t h and t t. Okay, first throw head, second throw also head, it is possible first throw head, second throw tail, first throw tail, second throw head and the last 2 throws tail. Okay, 4 possibilities are there, that is 2 square, that is 4 outcomes. So, 1 coin tossed, 2 outcomes, 2 coins tossed, 2 square, that is 4 outcomes. So, automatically when 3 coins are tossed, how many outcomes will be there? It is 2 cube, that is 8 outcomes will be there, that is sample space h h h, h h t, h t t, h t h, t h h, t h t, t t h and t t t. Just maintain some order while writing, just start with head, complete all beginning with heads, then tails, like that, maintain some order so that you can easily write. Okay. So, there are 2 cube, that is 8 possible outcomes. Do not think it as 3 coins. So, 3 into 2 6 like that, it is not like that, it is 2 outcomes for 1 coin, 2 square 4 outcomes for 2 coins and 2 cube 8 possible outcomes for 3 coins. Okay. So, generally if we say if there are n coins tossed, then the total possible outcomes is 2 raised to n. There will be 2 raised to n possible outcomes. Now let us consider questions based on tossing the coin. Okay, if a coin is tossed once, find the probability of getting a head, and second one a tail. So first thing what we have to write is sample space when we toss a coin. So sample space S equal to, when we toss a coin, what are the possibilities? One head and one tail. These are the sample space. Two outcomes, that is one head, one tail. So what is the question? Probability of getting a head, P of getting a head. So how many chances are there for getting a head? Out of two outcomes, only one chance for head. Okay, that is 1 out of 2 outcomes. It's only one chance of getting head, that is 1 out of 2 total outcomes. Then second part, B, probability of getting a tail. What is the chance for getting a tail? The same way we can see only one tail. So there is only one chance to get a tail, same way as head, equal chance for both. That is, it's also equal to 1 out of 2. So when we toss a coin, probability of getting a head and probability of getting a tail both equivalent to 1 by 2. Now consider this question. If two coins are tossed, find the probability of getting exactly one head, both heads, at least one head, at most one head, and one tail. So same way, two coins are tossed. What is the sample space? First we have to write. Sample space is first H, two heads, then H, T, one head, one tail, then T, H, one tail, one head, and the last T, T, that is total how many possible outcomes in the sample space? That there are 4 possible outcomes, that is HH, HT, TH and TT. Now in this we can find each question. Probability exactly one head. First part is probability exactly one head. Exactly one head, what is the chance? One head. Just look the sample space. HH, there are two heads we can't take. HT, exactly one head. TH, exactly one head. TT, there we can't take, no head. So how many possibilities out of 4? There are 2 possibilities where exactly one head, that is 2 out of 4. When we make it in simplest form, it is 1 by 2. That is probability of getting exactly one head is 1 by 2. Okay. Then next part, B, probability of getting both heads. We want the probability of getting both heads. What is the chance? We will see the sample space. 2 heads together, first outcome. Second, only one head. Third, also one head. Fourth, no head at all. So what is the chance? Only one possibility. Out of 4 outcomes, only one chance for getting both heads. That is, it is 1 out of 4. The probability of getting both heads is 1 out of 4. Now coming on to the third part, probability at least one head. At least one head should be there. More than one it can come. Okay, it should not be less than 1. It should be at least 1. Okay, so we will see probability C, probability at least 1. Just understand the meaning of the word, at least one head. That is equal to probability at least one head means here there are 2 heads, at least one only told. So it can be more than 1. So 2 heads we can take. Then HT, at least one head is there. Third one TH, there also at least one head, but last one two tails, no head at all. So only last one we can take. The first three chances are there. So what will be the probability? 3 out of 4 possibilities. 3 out of 4 possibilities is the chance of getting at least one head. Okay. Now next one, probability at most one head. What do you mean by probability at most? At most what? One head you are asked. At most meaning it is maximum. Okay, maximum there should be only one head. Minimum whatever it is, no problem. Okay, at most means maximum there should be only one head. Minimum it can be anything, means it can be 0 also. That is 0 means no head condition also can be taken. Okay, maximum one head but minimum 0 heads. So which all outcomes will come? H, will it come? No, because maximum only one head. Here there are two heads. Then HT, one head only. TH, there also one head. TT, no head at all, but it can also be taken because maximum one, minimum nothing. So it can be 0 also. So here also 3 possibilities are there, that is HT, TH and TT. That is 3 out of 4 is the probability of getting at most one head. At most means maximum 1, minimum 0. Okay, just understand the difference of the words at least, at most, exactly, all these things. Then the next condition, last condition, one head and one tail. There should be exactly one head, one tail. So first one, two heads, no tail. Second one head, one tail, correct. Third one tail, one head, correct. Fourth one, no head, no. So how many chances? 2 chances out of 4, 2 chances. That is probability one head and one tail. What is the chance? 2 chances out of 4 total. So in the simplest form it will be 1/2. That is the probability of getting one head and one tail is 1/2. So all these cases, both heads, at least one head, at most one head and one tail. What are the probabilities when we toss 2 coins together? Hope you have understood. Okay. Now we will move on to the next example, that is, first we considered throwing a die. Second, we have seen tossing a coin. Now the third one is about cards, facts about cards. All may be familiar with cards, isn't it? Cards, playing cards, at least online playing cards, all will be playing. That is, in a pack of cards, how many cards will be there? We said deck of cards. There will be 52 cards in a pack, total 52 cards. Okay, you can see red cards and black cards, black symbol. That is, 4 symbols are there in the card. That is, first one you can see it's a diamond symbol, that is red color diamond. Second one is black color spade. Third one red color hearts, and the fourth one, second one is black color club, not spade, it is black color club. Third one red color hearts, and the last one it is the spade, black color spade. That is, we have 26 red and 26 black, equal number of red color and black color, 26 red and 26 black. Out of 26 red, 13 diamond red and 13 club black. Then heart 13 hearts and black spade 13. That is equal numbers it is divided. Out of 52, 26 red, 26 black, and out of 26 red itself, 2 types red, diamond and heart, that is 13, 13. Out of 26 black, 2 types, that is club and spade. 13 club, 13 spade. Okay. And how this 13 coming? That is A, 2, 3. What is this A? It is instead of 1, A is given. That is A means ace, A-C-E, ace. A is instead of 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10. Then after 10, we have 3 more cards. That is what we call face cards. That is Jack, Queen, King. That is face cards like this, Jack, Queen, King. All the cards like this, the kings, queens and jacks are called the face cards. So, how many face cards will be there in a pack? Each symbol there will be 3 face cards. And how many symbols are there? 4 symbols. So, there will be 12 face cards in all in a pack of cards. Okay, 3 king, 3 queen, 3 jack, like that there will be 12 face cards in a pack of cards. Okay, king, queen and jack together forms the face cards. Now, we will consider questions based on cards. Okay, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. We have drawn one card from a pack of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a king of red color. Red color means you have to remember it is hearts or diamonds. So, how many kings will be there of red color? 1 heart king and 1 diamond king, isn't it? That is, out of 52 there will be 2 kings of red color. That is, the probability of king of red color, probability of getting a king of red color or a red king, that is, out of 52 only 2 possibilities, that is 1 diamond, 1 heart, a king of red color. 2 out of 52, if we take the lowest form, it is 1 out of 26. So, the probability of getting a king of red color or a red king, it is 1 by 26. So, that number of cards, that picture should be there in your mind to calculate the probability. Second one, probability a red face card. Okay, a red face card. Face cards means the king, queen and jack. So, red face cards means 3 red face cards in diamond and 3 red face cards in hearts. So, total how many red face cards? That is 3 plus 3, 6 red face cards. That is, probability of getting a red face card. Red face card is 3 plus 3, that is 6 out of 52. 6 cards, that is 6 red face cards are there out of 52 cards. That is 6 out of 52. If we simplify, we will get 3 by 26. 26 2s 52, 3 2s are 6. That is 3 out of 26 is the probability of getting a red face card. Now, the third condition, probability of getting a spade. Spade means the black card. So, how many black cards are there? Spade. That is 13 spade cards are there. Is it 13 spade, 13 club, like that black. So, you are asked a probability of getting a spade. That is, out of 52 cards, probability of getting a spade. Out of 52 cards, probability of getting a spade is 13 chances, 13 spade cards are there, that is 13 by 52. 13 plus 13, 26 black cards, out of that spade is 13. 13 by 52 in the lowest form is 1 by 4, because 13 into 4 is 52. Okay, the probability of getting a spade is 1 by 4. Now, the next thing, probability of getting a queen of diamond. A diamond queen means only one diamond queen will be there in a pack, isn't it? Diamond queen only one, that is out of 52 probability a diamond queen or a queen of diamond queen. What is the chance? Out of 52 only one chance is there, one card only with queen of diamond. Okay, that is the probability is 1 by 52. And the last one, neither a king nor a queen. We should not get a king or a queen. Out of 52 cards, there should not be king or queen. So, how many kings and queens are there? We have to think. Out of 52, each sign they have kings and queens. That is 4 kings and 4 queens are there total in a pack. Isn't it? That is 4 plus 4, 8 kings and queens together. So, it should not be neither a king nor a queen. So, these 8 cards should not come. That is out of 52, 8 cards we have to take away. That is probability neither a king nor a queen. Neither a king nor a queen. What is the probability? We have out of 52, how many cards we have to remove? That is 4 plus 4, 8 cards we have to remove. So, 52 minus 8, it is 44 out of 52. 44 cards can be taken, all the kings and the queens should be removed. That is 44 by 52, it is same as 11 by 13. The probability of getting neither a king nor a queen is 11 by 13. So, if you have a correct picture about the number of cards, easily you can find the probability. Okay. So, all these questions we have answered. Next, one more question based on the cards, that is here. From a pack of 52 playing cards, kings, queens, jacks and aces of black color were removed. From the total 52 cards, what all things are removed is told? Kings removed, jack removed, queens removed and aces removed of black color. So, how many black kings will be there? Black kings means 2 black kings. How many black queens will be there? 2 black queens. How many black jacks? 2 black jacks. That is club and spade. Then aces also. So, 2 black aces also removed. So, how many removed from 52 cards? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 8 cards are removed. 8 cards removed. What is the remaining number of cards now? From the remaining cards, the card is drawn. So, how many remaining cards? Remaining cards or total possible outcomes will be remaining cards equal to 52 minus 8, that is equal to 44 cards are remaining. Out of these 44 cards, we are selecting a card. Okay. So, first we have to find which are the total possible outcomes. From the deck of 52 cards, 8 cards removed, that is black, king, queen, jack and ace. So, how many total possible outcomes now we have to find? That is, we got 44 possible outcomes are there. Now, what we have to find? We have to find the probability that the card drawn is a face card. A face card you have to find. Face card means we know it is king, queen and jack. Okay. Total 12 face cards are there, but all black face cards are removed. So, only what is remaining? Only red face cards are remaining. That is 2 kings from red face card, 2 jack and 2 queen. That is total 6 face cards are remaining in this pack. Okay, that is out of 44, probability of getting a face card, probability of getting a face card is only 6 chances, 6 out of 44. There are only 6 face cards out of this 44 cards. That is 6 by 44, that is equal to 3 by 22. The probability of getting a face card from the remaining cards is 3 out of 22. Now, second case, probability of getting a red card. We didn't touch the red card at all the black cards are removed. So, red cards are there as it is. So, total how many red cards? There are 26 red cards are there. So, that 26 red cards are there itself. So, probability of getting a red card, probability of getting a red card is 26 out of 44. Total outcomes we have 44, out of that 26 red cards are there. So, it is 13 by 22. The probability of getting a red card is 13 out of 22. Okay. And the last one, it is a black card. How many black cards are there? Some black cards are removed. Out of 26, how many black cards are removed? All the 8 black cards are removed out of 26 cards, 26 black. So, remaining number of black cards, probability of a black card, probability of getting a black card, that is out of 26, 8 cards are removed means there are 18 cards remaining black, that is 26 minus 8, that is 18 by 44. That in the lowest form it is 9 by 22. Okay. So, as per the question given, we have to find the total possible outcomes, and as per the event given, we have to find the favorable outcomes. Then if we find the ratio, we will get the probability. Okay. Hope you have understood all these type questions, and we have considered 3 cases: tossing a coin, throwing a die, and also about the cards. Okay. Practice these questions, and more questions are there based on this chapter. That and all we will see in the next session. So, thank you.